Okay, let's dive straight into this explainer and unpack what has to be one of the most baffling anomalies ever recorded. I mean, we're talking about a case where physical reality itself just seems to have been wiped clean. Welcome to the vanishing of room 407. So picture this. You check into a quiet, completely ordinary hotel for a peaceful night. The receptionist smiles, hands you your key, you head up to your room, and everything feels, well, perfectly normal. But by sunrise, your entire room has completely disappeared. Not just you, not just your luggage, but the literal room itself. We're talking no records, no photographs, and absolutely no security footage left behind. How does an entire hotel room just vanish overnight? It's literally as if the space never existed. Chapter 1. The Last Check-In. To make sense of this, we need to trace the completely mundane origins of this mystery, which kicks off on a rainy evening, October 18th. A traveler arrives alone. He's carrying just one single suitcase. He goes through a totally standard check-in process, shares a polite smile with the front desk, and grabs the key for room 407. He takes the elevator up to the 4th floor, steps out, and, well, that exact moment became his last confirmed sighting. Because by the next morning, housekeeping arrived to find literally nothing but an empty space. Getting no response that morning, the manager had to step in and unlock the door. And what they found was wild. The room was perfectly clean. The bed was completely untouched. No suitcase, no clothing, not even a toothbrush. It was completely empty of any belongings, almost as if nobody had ever stepped foot inside. Chapter 2. The Impossible Discovery. Obviously, the police were immediately called in to review the hotel's records, and this is where they hit an architectural impossibility. The official hotel blueprints show the layout jumping directly from room 406 straight to room 408. There are no missing walls, no sealed-up entrances. It just skips it. But on the flip side, you had multiple hotel employees fiercely swearing that room 407 had existed and was actively used for years. So the physical paperwork completely contradicted the people actually working there. Chapter 3. Cameras and Digital Evidence. Faced with this massive contradiction, investigators naturally turned to the security cameras hoping to clear things up, right? But instead, they found this chilling digital void. Let's trace his steps. First, the traveler is clearly captured walking through the lobby. Next, he's recorded chatting with reception. Totally normal stuff. Then, he enters the elevator to the 4th floor. The doors open, he walks out, and then, boom, complete disappearance. After stepping out of that elevator, no camera ever recorded him again. Now, here is where it gets really crazy. 7. That is the exact number of minutes the hallway camera covering the 4th floor mysteriously stopped recording. Precisely 7 minutes of dead air at the exact moment the travelers stepped onto the floor. And when the security system finally booted back online, the hallway was completely empty. The digital trail just evaporates. Chapter 4. Strange Witnesses. Since the digital evidence completely fell apart, the police systematically interviewed every single guest on the 4th floor that night, and they uncovered some deeply unsettling stories. Several people reported weird sounds like heavy footsteps and the dragging of huge furniture. Even more disturbing, some actually heard whispering coming from right behind the walls. One guest explicitly claimed she saw a door marked 407 that evening, which was completely gone by breakfast. Another insisted they watched a maintenance worker painting over door numbers late at night, which is crazy because the hotel confirmed they had absolutely zero maintenance staff working that shift. Chapter 5. Hidden Documents. Weeks roll by and detectives finally unearth these old architectural plans that add a really fascinating historical layer to all this. During the building's original construction, those old plans show room 407 definitely existed. But years earlier, a fire supposedly destroyed part of that floor. According to the modern blueprints, those post-fire renovations wiped room 407 out of existence forever. Yet, in recent years, the room was somehow back in active use. You had retired staff remembering cleaning it, and former guests literally producing physical receipts proving they stayed there. So we have historical paperwork directly colliding with undeniable modern-day receipts. Chapter 6. The Final Clue. So months go by. The investigation has effectively gone ice cold. Then, police receive one last piece of evidence. And honestly, it remains the most disturbing artifact of the entire case. An anonymous, completely untraceable envelope shows up. Inside is nothing but an old cassette tape.
No fingerprints, no return address, zero forensic clues to work with. Just exactly 34 seconds of audio from an unidentified male voice.
The only thing recorded on that tape was this chilling warning. If you hear this, don't look for room 407. It finds you. That whispered message was immediately followed by dead silence. That voice has never been identified, and this one untraceable piece of evidence effectively slammed the doors shut on the entire investigation, leaving everyone with way more questions than answers. So, as we wrap up this explainer, we're left to ponder this terrifying lack of evidence. Was this traveler the victim of an absolutely immaculate, perfectly planned crime where every single trace of his existence was deliberately wiped away? Or is room 407 this impossible, reality-bending anomaly just waiting for its next guest to check in? You know, sometimes the scariest mysteries aren't the ones with missing pieces, but the ones where the pieces never existed at all. I guess the next time you check into a hotel room, you might want to double-check that number on the door.